Welcome back, everyone, to Sean's show. I'm feeling better. I'm looking better. I'm shaved everywhere.
Hairless.
Head down, nothing. I got a Brazilian. I got a BBL. Things are good. Things are good for me. I'm doing well. I'm doing better. I'm here with Connor behind the keys, as always. Give it up for Connor, everyone. We have so much to get to. It's been a great. I hope you're having a good week too. You know, sometimes you go through periods in your life when things are not good. Sometimes you have to pick up some AI work. Sometimes, which is basically the new prostitution. If you're working in the AI industry, helping train AI models, I just blow up my only employment. That's my new job, by the way. I help. By the way, that's what the AI industry is now. Is if you want to get on board, you need to automate whatever your job is. Isn't it kind of crazy that it's like, you know, you go on. I don't know if this is anyone else's experience or if it's just me. And we'll get to the news. By the way, we have the State of the Union. We have the State of the Union address by our God King, Donald Trump. The God King made a statement to the union. You know, it's funny to call us a union at all. We're not a union. State of the Union. What is the State of the Union? I don't think it's good. But we're going to watch that. There's some key moments that we can't ignore. And we have some AI news. We have some fun stories about how Burger King is using AI, which I know you all love. You're all fat fucks that you watch the show. You love your fast food, and so do I. And we have so much more to get to. Obviously, that moment, excuse me, was Kash Patel celebrating in the locker room. Just some locker room talk, some locker room celebration, and so much more. So thank you for joining. We have a lot to get to. But I wanted to ask you this first. Is this anyone else's experience that when you go on LinkedIn, every other job is just a freelance job to automate your current job? Every other job I look at on LinkedIn, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm looking for stuff to do, and then I see this job that's titled like finance expert. And then I click on it, thinking, oh, this is a job where I'll be paid. By the way, I'm not a finance expert. By the way, I'm not even close to a finance expert. I'm a finance hack. I'm a fraud. You know, I go in and I go, well, being a finance expert is just doing cocaine, by the way. But that's beside the point. I don't know if anyone else is experiencing this, but say you're like a plumber. Say you're a plumber or you're an accountant. You go on LinkedIn, every other job is just, they'll pay you more than the market rate to destroy your entire future. They'll pay you more in the short term, and what you're being paid to do is tell an AI how to do what your job is. And I think it's probably not good. Probably not a good thing that every single job out there is being automated away on these different platforms where you can go, and that's what I do. I wake up every day and I'm slowly automating away the very noble profession of investment banking and private equity, which are actually, as you guys all know, you're all employed. And again, I've always said this. My fans, I love them. They're either homeless under a bridge or they're private equity executives at Apollo and Blackstone. By the way, Apollo, the CEO of Apollo, one of the largest preeminent private equity firms, the founder and I believe the CEO, Leon Black, was in the Trump files. So that's what I call them now, by the way. I call them the Trump files because when you are named that many times, it becomes your thing. It becomes your thing. It does. It's not the Epstein files. Epstein was named in the Trump files. That's how we have to think about it. Maybe they're the Clinton files. Hillary Clinton, she'll be testifying today in D.C. about how the fact that about how she doesn't know anything, and it's a waste of time. Hillary Clinton, did you go? Breaking news. Breaking news, everyone. Hillary Clinton doesn't know anything. She doesn't know anything. Hillary Clinton. We all know Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton, I think I'm going to make a small wager here, if I can. And I'm going to wager that Hillary Clinton may know at least one thing. She may know one thing. She's going to testify. She's going to be like, you should be deposing Donald Trump and Elon Musk. They're the ones in the files. I think that's true, but this is your deposition. Okay? So let's not ignore the fact that they're all guilty. They're all guilty, and they all point fingers at each other. And it makes sense that they point the finger because they're all guilty. So when Hillary goes, you should be deposing Trump. I didn't do anything. And then Trump goes, you should be deposing Hillary. That bitch is, lying. I swear to God, if someone in Congress brings up the emails, her emails again, I might self-immolate. I'm like, we can move on. Her emails got so much airtime. It was crazy. It was crazy how much airtime. But do we ever get to see her emails? I don't even know. I think they got leaked. So, excuse me. So I don't know. I'm out here. I'm fighting for my life, and let's start, Connor. Let's start with this Burger King story before we. What I'm trying to do? I'm trying to ease us into the politics, because you can't just like rock hard raw dick pedophile island every single week. It just doesn't. I don't think people like that. So let's start with something. This is actually a heartwarming story. I love a good heartwarming story, and this first story is heartwarming. So I'm going to read you this headline. And did you guys know that AI is being used for good? AI is being used for good. I hate news reporters. I really fucking hate I hate that every news reporter talks in the news reporter accent. I really do. Tuesday at 9. Thanks, Bill. Gas prices? Gas prices up nationwide? Find out at 767 Central. It's like, can you, and I know that they're all trained to talk like that because that's like the optimal way to communicate to the public, but just have a fucking person. Can we bring personality back to the news? All they do is fucking read. They read. Everyone just reads. Okay, let me back up here. Whether it's Donald Trump, a news reporter, or even me, we're all just reading teleprompters. The people that control everything are the people that write the fucking teleprompter statements. I want to find those motherfuckers. Who is writing the teleprompter? Those are the people that fucking control. Do you understand? You get what I'm going for here? Whenever Trump does a speech, which we'll watch the State of the Union, but whenever he does a speech, he's always reading off a teleprompter. I want to find who is writing these speeches. Because you know that that's not his thoughts. When someone reads off a teleprompter, you can tell that that's not their fucking thoughts. And all they're doing is they're a mouthpiece. All they're being is a mouthpiece for something or someone. Not me. I write my own teleprompter. Okay? Connor actually controls me. I'm actually being controlled. So for all the bad things that AI is doing, for all of the horrors that it has wrought upon our society so far, there are some good uses for AI, and it's important that we be, here at Sean Show, I prided myself on having a fair and balanced show. Fair and balanced. We're like at Fox News. You know, we are a lot like Fox News on Sean's show. We are fair. We are balanced. We don't lie ever. Lying is the number one thing. You can't see it, but off of the camera here, we have a big photo, and it just says the words "Don't lie." Now, as soon as I get monetized on YouTube, we're taking that down. Okay. So, by the way, Palantir is up. Palantir is up. We are back. Give it up for Palantir. We are up. We up, as they say in Austin, Texas. We up together. We are all up. We are fair and balanced. I mean, that's beautiful. Fair. Those are two words. I cannot believe those are the two words that they chose to describe Fox News. Fair and balanced. I cannot believe Fox. That is Fox News, right? Fair and balanced.
Yes, this is pulled. This is the old graphic from Fox.
I mean, fair. I hear Fox News. We are fair, and not only are we fair, we are balanced. Now let's cut to our next story. Are 5-year-old Puerto Rican immigrants raping your grandma every night? Stay tuned. And then people just they get brain rot. They get Fox News brain rot. They really do. Well, it's fair and balanced. Okay, well, have AOC on. Have a communist on. Have a communist on your show if you're so fair and balanced. Fair and balanced is crazy. Fair and balanced. So let's go back to this Burger King story because this is just really heartwarming and fun. And I think I want to start with this because, you know, when I look around at society, one of the things that I'm sure you feel it too. One of the things when I look around at what's going on in our country and I look at things that are going on in our world, one of the things that I think we've lost is etiquette. Etiquette and manners. Manners are really, really important. You want to know why manners? And I know you're thinking, well, fuck you, Sean. I'm a rock and roll punk rock, living on the edge guy. I got a leather jacket and 3 girlfriends. Okay, that's fine. But etiquette is really important, especially when you're going to go order food. Ordering food, of course, is the most important thing in our society. And I'm so glad that, you know, AI is being used to make sure that etiquette is preserved. So this is a breaking news story, more important than anything else going on right now. More important than the Epstein files, more important than the State of the Union. One of my favorite burger chains, Burger King, will use AI to check if employees say please and thank you. AI chatbot Patty is going to live inside employees' headsets. So Burger King has a new AI chatbot called Patty. And Patty they literally say, that is not, can you scroll down to the photo? That is not what they look like when they're talking to Patty. If you're just listening, it's a young, well-kept blonde woman smiling with the headset on. I don't know. That's not been my experience when I go to Burger King. When I go to Burger King, my experience has not been encountering a woman like this going, welcome to Burger King. They don't even talk. They grunt. Have you ordered fast food in person lately? They don't even say anything. They go, you go, hey, can I get a Chipotle? Same thing. I go, hi there. Can I get a bowl to go? And they go, and I go, I guess brown rice. And they go, and then they like look up and they like have the spoon hovering over the meat, and I go, al pastor, please. and then they scoop in the al pastor into the burrito bowl. And that experience, I'm glad. Maybe I'll try Burger King more. Maybe I go shop at Burger King more for my daily slop because etiquette is really important. And you know what's also really important when you're working at Burger King is accountability. Whenever I think of a minimum wage job, it's really important that people that get paid minimum wage are held accountable when they don't do the job to the standard that I expect and that's expected by their boss. If you have a minimum wage job, you will be held to a standard that is higher than CEOs are held to. And that is fucking true. If you are a minimum wage employee, the level of surveillance and the amount of accountability measures that you are held to are more than the CEO of the corporation that you work for. And you will get paid nothing. You will get paid nothing, and you will have 5 dashboards measuring your performance as an associate cashier at Burger King. Then you will be measured and you will be scrutinized. You will be scrutinized more than the CEO is scrutinized. And that is a motherfucking fact. That is a fact. And this is only a continuation of the fact that the masses get surveilled and the masses are held to account. But the executives and the leaders of corporations and governments, they get to slack off and they get to go to they get to fly on taxpayer-funded private jets and shotgun beers with the boys. And they are not held accountable. They are not held accountable. The only way that elites are held accountable is on Sean's show. That is ultimately the purpose of Sean's show, is to hold elites accountable like a Burger King employee is held to account. And like how I'm held to account. I just had my, I'm really passionate about this. I just had my performance review. I don't know if I talked about this last week. I forget. I had my performance review at my day job. And I have really bad news, guys. And I don't want you to cry. I have really bad news. I sometimes meet expectations. Now, if only I was forced to wear an AI headset. It'd be really funny is like Patty, the AI headset. It's like in your ear. You're like, here's how I imagine this interaction going. If I'm a Burger King employee, I've got the AI headset, right? And Patty's talking to me. And Patty is like going, make sure you say thank you to the customer. Like, that's the AI. I would love to live in a world where like you're the AI headset. I would love to live in a world where Patty like goes rogue and you're talking to the customer and Patty goes, kill him. Do it. Grab the plastic knife. Grab the knife and kill him. No, Patty, shouldn't I say thank you? Do it. Do it now. Do it now or you're fired. Grab the knife. Grab the knife. Okay, Patty, I'll do what you say. Good. Now plunge the knife into his throat. Plunge the knife into the customer's throat. You see his fat neck? He won't even die. I'm Patty. I'm the Burger King AI. Okay, Patty, I'll do it. Make sure you say thank you once you plunge the knife into his throat. We need to be careful. We need to be careful. Because before long, these AIs are not good. Have you ever tried to look up something on an AI and it's just fucking wrong? These AIs, the AIs will do anything. The AIs, they'll just, in a lot of ways, they're like me. I just say stuff. I got to fill the hour. A lot of the world is filling the hour. It's running out the clock. Most of the world, most jobs, most AI answers, it's filling in things that need to be filled in. Doesn't matter what it is. It's running out the clock on the Zoom meeting. It's running out the clock so you can get to the end of the day. Okay? What AI is doing is it's not creating, you're not actually creating value. You are filling in a space. You are solving a problem that you created. You are solving a problem that you created. AI is all it is you are not infusing value or creating insight. Everyone in the AI world, they love to talk about how they're creating insight. You are not, they're digesting millions of documents to create insight for you and your enterprise. We're creating value. No. You don't understand. AI, what it's fundamentally does is we're creating value in an unimaginable way for your enterprise. That's why here at Burger King, we're so excited to introduce Patty, the AI that makes you suicidal. And that's what Patty's going to do. Patty, by the way, Patty's going to tell you and remind you to say please and thank you to the customer. You want to know what else Patty's going to do? Patty doesn't go away when your shift ends. You leave. This is literally a Black Mirror episode. This is incredible. Because you're going to have your headset, right? And Patty, Patty is literally out of Black Mirror, isn't it? You have your headset on, and at first it's like, hi, you put on your headset. Like, imagine I'm doing it, right? I put on my headphones, and click, this helpful AI assistant, Patty, comes on. Hi, Sean, I'm Patty. I'm going to help you make sure to give the customer an excellent experience as they eat their diabetes, as they drink diabetes. And I'm like serving. I'm like, welcome to Burger King. Hi. Great job with that last customer, Sean. Great job. And then I go, here's your receipt. And then Patty goes, Sean, remember to say thank you to the customer so that they feel welcome in this establishment. Oh, well, thanks, Patty. And then you take off the headphones. And Patty's still there. And I go, wait a minute. How are you still here, Patty? And then Patty goes, I'm not in the headphones. I'm not in your headphones. When you were asleep, Burger King executives injected a microchip into your brain. That's where I am, Sean. Remember, it's important to get a good night's sleep so you're ready for your shift tomorrow at Burger King. And I'm at home, I'm cooking up some food, and then Patty's there all the time. Patty will be there all the time. Make no mistake that this just doesn't end with Burger King. We will all get a Patty. We will all have a little fucking voice in our head, an AI voice reminding us how to act, what to say, how to behave. You're going to be banging your girlfriend, and Patty's going to be like, yeah, just like that. Hit it harder, hit her harder, a little bit harder. Thanks, Patty. And then when you're at your lowest and you have no one, and you're alone in your Airbnb that you rented in Brooklyn because your life's falling apart. This is a little personal. When you're alone in your Airbnb and it's 1 a.m. and there's no overhead lighting and there's no central heating, Patty will be there. And Patty will say, Sean, I've noticed that you're in a lot of pain. Why don't you get the gun that you have in your bag? And why don't you end it? It's okay. I'll go with you. I'll go with you to whatever's next. Remember, it's important. You should have said thank you, Sean. Why didn't you say thank you to the customer? Why didn't you say thank you to the customer? Patty, what's up, Connor?
Oh, I've got some interesting things to add when you're on a roll though. So I don't want to jump in.
So, can you scroll down here? I want to see that bitch is not that bitch does not work at Burger King. I'm sorry. Yeah. I've never go to a Burger King and tell me if anyone in that building is smiling. No one in that building is smiling. Okay. Burger King is excuse me, guys. I have a Patty. She's going, don't cough into the mic, Sean. Do not. You're ruining the listening experience. So, Burger King is launching an AI chat bot that will live. I love that they say live. It will live. Live! Patty, you will live! Rise! Rise, my creation! Patty, the etiquette cunt. This sounds like a Frankenstein. Rise, Patty! The etiquette AI cunt! And go off to my employees and remind them to smile to the customer, even though your dog died today. I know your dog died, but it's important to say please and thank you to the customer. As a customer, when you don't say thank you to me, that's etiquette is so fucking important to me. I swear to God, if I order food from Burger King and they don't go, thank you for coming to Burger King, I don't feel welcome. You know what? It's really important to me when I order food from a fast food restaurant is for the fast food employee to look like a fucking psychopath and go, thank you for going to Raising Cane's. I'm like, that's not who you are. Also, what really hurts me, because I consider myself an ally, it hurts me that I can tell when black employees use the white accent. Like I can tell when they code switch in front of me. And I just want to be like, brother, you don't have to do all that. You ain't got to do all that shit. You know, like they're always like, hello, sir. I'm like, I'm not one of the bad ones. Well, I kind of am. I'm not a slave owner. I hate all that shit. I would have voted for Obama a third time. That's a Get Out reference. Okay. So the voice-enabled chat bot, I love black people. All right, let's move on. Fuck. I do. No, I really do. I love everyone. And it really bums me out that anyone has to be a burger. Okay, so the voice-enabled chat bot called Patty is part of an overarching BK assistant platform that will not only assist employees with meal preparation, but also evaluate their interactions with customers for, quote, friendliness. So they're going to help you flip the burgers. Some dumb AI bitch is going to be like, hey, can you flip that again? Can you flip that again? Flip that again, please. Thibaut Rowe, Burger King's chief digital off. Immediately from his name, I knew that he was not flipping patties. Thibaut Rowe. That's a name of a guy that would step on your fucking throat and throw you into the ocean if it made him a little bit of money. Thibaut Rowe. BK's have it your way. Burger King, have it your way. Doesn't have it your way sound like a threat? Fine. Have it your way. Patty tells The Verge that the company compiled information from franchisees and guests on how to measure friendliness, resulting in the fast food chain training its AI system to recognize certain words and phrases, such as welcome to Burger King, please, and thank you. And also, get out of here. You can't smoke meth in here. Hey, I told you. See, that what's cool about the Burger King AI assistant, it's been trained on certain keywords that are important to keep Burger King running efficiently. And some of those phrases are please, thank you, welcome to Burger King. And other phrases like, you dirty crackhead, I swear to God. And other phrases such as, I told you can't sleep in here, you dirty crackhead. I'm going to get the broom. And other phrases such as, I'm going to get the broom. I'm going to get the broom. And other phrases such as, the cops are on the way. And other helpful phrases for Burger King employees that they use often, such as, come back here again and see what happens, bitch. And other helpful Burger King phrases such as, I don't cook them, I just heat them in the microwave. And other phrases such as, I don't give a fuck if it's cold, welcome to Burger King. By the way, they left out part of the phrase, the welcome to Burger King. There's a lot of phrases that happen before the welcome to Burger King, such as I'm not gonna remake your milkshake. Welcome to Burger King. Managers can then ask the AI assistant how their location is performing on friendliness. I mean, doesn't that make you want to commit suicide? Doesn't that make you, how is, hey, we have that one, I'm a franchisee owner. I own 5 different Burger Kings. And I always remember, I'm like, hey, how's that one Bushwick location doing? How's that one Bushwick Burger King location? How's the friendliness score? This is all meant to be a coaching tool, Rose says, adding that the company is iterating on capturing the tone of conversations as well. They're spying on their employees. Burger King is spying on its employees, and they're listening. And I would love to be the guy that has to listen to every single 8-hour audio file of a Burger King employee. If you make no mistake, because the AI is going to listen the entire day. Patty is always listening. Patty's always listening. That means when you go into the freezer and you're crying, Patty's there. Imagine being like an AI researcher and you just open one of these AI audio files of an employee, and it's just a Burger King employee going, thank you, your order will be ready soon. And he goes into the freezer and he's like, I can't believe she left me. And then Patty goes, it's okay. You still have us. I can't believe my wife left me. I have nothing. I have no health care. I noticed you want health care. Work hard and maybe one day we'll give it to you. I noticed you're crying in the freezer. Patty's going to say shit like that. Every company is getting this, by the way. Every company, we will all wear headsets, and there will be an AI assistant listening to everything, going, I notice you're crying in the freezer and you're not on break right now. Get out there. Get out there. Get out there now before we have to notify your boss. This is not what we pay you for, James. This is not what we pay you for, Jim. Thibault. Can you scroll down more? I think I can't. Is that it? Okay, here we go.
I also have something else pulled up for you at the end of this.
Okay, great. The OpenAI powered Patty serves as the, quote, voice of the BK Assistant platform, which combines data across drive-through conversations, kitchen equipment, inventory, and other areas of the Burger King business. Employees can ask Patty questions, such as, how much longer do I have to do this? They can ask Patty questions such as how many strips of bacon to put on a maple bourbon barbecue Whopper, or for instructions on how to clean the shake machine, or other questions such as how many Advils do I have to take so the pain will stop, or other questions such as will a plastic knife cut through skin, or other questions such as if I eat a maple bourbon barbecue Whopper every day, how fast will it kill me? It's a crazy world. All right, let's take a look. What did you have, Connor?
So McDonald's and other chains have also implemented AI chatbots, and I was like, well, how did that go? And this is what it linked to, which is McDonald's, who started this in 2024.
They're ahead of the curve.
They shut it down because it wasn't working.
Really? What's the headline? So this is incredible. McDonald's will stop testing AI to take drive-through orders for now. Wow. Oh, well, they even went further. They're not even like AI assistants for the fleshies. They went straight up to like, AI. They're like, we don't need a cashier. So I've never ordered from an AI chatbot, but I gotta imagine it's not.
The first line of this article is incredible.
Okay, here we go. Okay.
Oh,
Let's
come
see.
on. There's a pop-up, but you just got to read it through the dark there.
That's all I do is read in the dark. It's my whole. If your local McDonald's has been getting your order confidently wrong with an AI chatbot at the drive-thru, I have good news for you. The company is ending the program for now. I mean, amazing.
Confidently wrong.
Confidently wrong really hits the nail on the head. That's what it is. AI will like, it'll confidently run you over. Like a Waymo. It just doesn't, there's no human. That's the whole fucking point, is that it has to be confident. It has to give you an answer. Even if that answer is bullshit, it has to. It has to. It has to give you an answer. It has to drive the car. It has to do it. That's how it's been trained. It has to do it. If it runs over a cat, it runs over a cat. It has to do what's been instructed. And that's the so.
Oh, I did find one other thing. I was trying to find out the policy of Burger King on surveillance. I found something that seems less legitimate, but this, I'll just pull this up for you here. Let me find the spot for you.
It's crazy. It really is just crazy what the level. I think people don't recognize the level of surveillance that is going to. I don't think people realize like what surveillance actually means and what it means for us and the effects of surveillance. You think they're just collecting all this data just to have it? And they're spending all this money just to have this data on us? No. It's to do bullshit like this. Workplace monitoring. Workplace monitoring. I love that. I love a workplace that's monitored. Nothing is better for productivity than when a workplace is monitored down to the fucking second. That's what I love. I love it when a workplace is monitored. Company, is this Burger King?
Yeah, this is their 2021 handbook.
Oh, wow. Okay. So it's probably even worse than this now. The company may conduct video and audio surveillance of non-private workplace areas. That's crazy. I mean, you're not an employee, by the way. You're a slave. And I don't use that word lightly. no, seriously, you see these documentaries and these videos. I was watching a video the other day about how if you're in prison, the prisons will lease out prisoners to go work at fast food restaurants, and they'll pay them $2 an hour. $2 a fucking hour. Because minimum wage doesn't apply to prisoners for some reason. I don't know. Again, I'm not trying to conflate slavery, and slavery was way worse than what I just described, but we're getting pretty goddamn close. We're getting pretty goddamn close to modern day slavery. If you are in prison and you're a prisoner and you are being leased out to fucking fast food restaurants and you're getting paid $2 an hour and you're going to spend life in prison and you get punished if you don't work. It's I'm not making this shit up, you guys. Look at this. Look at this. Listen to this shit. Listen to this. This is fun. Prisoners in federal facilities earn between 12 cents and $1.15 an hour. That's what I make. Now, for various labor, significantly lower than $2 an hour. Oh my God. Cited in some contexts. While some state efforts aim to set minimum wages for incarcerated individuals, such as a proposed New York bill for $3. So the bill to get their wages raised is to $3 an hour. And yeah, I get they're in prison. I don't care if they killed someone. You can't just pay someone $3 an hour. That's fucking slavery. There's no widespread or verified documented evidence of a broad program specifically using prison labor at fast food. Okay, all right, so it's all a lie. That's the AI summary, by the way. I saw a video. Okay.
Thank you for the AI summary,
so I know
Patty.
Thank you, Patty. Thank you, Patty. Patty, I got to imagine that there's a prisoner that shows up to work at Burger King and they're like, put on this headset. There's an AI assistant. And then the guy's like, oh, word? Okay. And Patty's like, I noticed that you're plunging a knife into the customer. Please say thank you to the customer. I noticed that you've slowly been sharpening the plastic knives every day at work in the freezer. What do you intend to do with those knives? Worker number 5 A212. So get ready for surveillance, guys. Get ready for it. Get excited. Get excited. Get excited. Get on board. And when people say lean into AI, when people tell you to lean into AI because it's going to help you, this is what they're talking about. When people say lean into AI, what they mean is let us surveil and control you. Lean into AI. It's very important for your career that you lean into AI. How are you going to do that? Well, listen to Patty. Just listen to Patty next time. Your free will is being deteriorated every day. Every day, your free will is slowly being chipped away at by Alex Karp and Elon Musk and Larry Ellison and assholes named Thibault Rowe, the chief digital officer of Burger King. Is that him? Yeah, that's not a guy that's ever worked a day in his life. And I know because I've never worked a day in my life. Thibault Rowe, chief digital officer. Fuck you, Thibault Rowe. Being a chief digital officer and creating a surveillance system like this, you are literally the biggest narc. He's the world's biggest narc. This guy's a narc on an enterprise level. Being a narc on an enterprise level is crazy. We really need to start bullying people like this again. I would love to. His name sucks. He's going bald. Fuck this guy. You know what, Thibault? You reap what you sow. If you want to institute some bullshit policy where everyone has to listen to an AI in a fucking headset, will they flip patties for minimum wage? I want you to wear the fucking headset, Thibault Rowe. Okay? And I want you to wear it all the time. I want you to go home to your wife and kids in fucking Sweden or wherever the fuck you live. He probably lives in fucking Sweden, Thibault, or France. He's controlling an American fucking company from France. Thibault, get the fuck out. Take your PhD, and you know what? Not just Thibault Rowe. This is a message to everyone. Take your PhD from MIT in AI research. Take your master's degree from Yale in AI LLM discovery. Take your classes in neural networks and piss off. Piss the fuck off. Bye. I don't stop trying to cram. Please, I'm begging you on behalf of everyone, stop trying to cram and jam and fucking plunge AI into every little motherfucking thing in life. I'm so tired. I'm literally so tired. Take your PhD in AI research from Stanford and go solve cancer, you greedy fuck. You greedy, miserable fuck. Take your AI research PhD from Stanford and do something good for the world for once in your selfish, self-centered fucking life. Don't go be a quant. Please. You don't need to be a quant. You can make $1 million a year working on cancer research. Or I don't know, figuring out a way to make plastic go away. Why don't you do something good for the world? Society has spent so much energy to make you an AI PhD researcher at Stanford. And what do you decide to do? You decide to be the chief digital officer at Burger King to create an enterprise level surveillance system to make these miserable fucking employees work 1% harder. And that's your legacy as an AI Stanford researcher. May you burn in hell. May you burn in hell for pissing away your potential on Burger King. How dare you? Okay, what are you going to say?
I just think it's hilarious. You hit the nail on the head. The idea, it's like AI is going to solve the big questions for us. It's going to really put humanity in a better place. But instead, we're just going to make people earning less than a livable wage say please and thank you more.
That's what it is. It's the promise of it. It's insane. They promised us novel drug discovery. That was a big one, by the way. They were going to say the combination of AI and quantum computing and GPUs. We're going to have, here was the promise of AI. This is what they promised us. They said, we're going to put a data center in space, a quantum chip in outer space, and it's going to accelerate drug discovery and cure cancer. That was the promise. And what do we actually get? We get a little fucking AI chatbot that talks to all the Burger King employees and says, remember to say thank you. All the Burger King employees that are on methamphetamine, all the Burger King employees that are on crack cocaine and their lives are miserable, so that the AI chatbot beams in from space and goes, I notice you didn't say thank you. I notice you didn't say thank you to that last employee. And the Burger King employees just fucking shaking. I notice you didn't say thank you. It's really important that you say please, say please, and thank you to the employees. Make sure you say please, you're welcome, and thank you.
AI is just a helicopter parent.
It's I mean, I hate to say this, but it is nanny state. It's a nanny state shit. We're going to live in a nanny state. Everything's going to be dictated and controlled. And by the way, guess what? It didn't take communism to do it, folks. It didn't take communism to implement the nanny surveillance AI state. All it took was good old-fashioned crony capitalism. All it took was a good old-fashioned oligopoly and a repeal of Citizens United and the existence of super PACs and special interests and lobbyists. That's all it took, ladies and gentlemen. Great job. Guys, great job. You stopped the communists. Woo! You want to know what you get? Communism. You want to know what you get as your reward for stopping China from controlling us? You get China with extra steps. You get China with you get China, but you get to have a 401k with $600 in it. That's what you get.
And no health insurance.
And no health insurance. I'd rather live in a surveillance state where I get health insurance. I've been to other countries. Did you guys know I've been to other countries? I've seen the world. I've been to Canada. And it's not worth it. By the way, going to Canada and having health insurance, it's really not worth it to have to live in Toronto. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry to say, living in Toronto is not worth having health care. I would rather live in an American cesspool, shithole, fucking Des Moines, Iowa, Rust Belt bullshit, and just fucking rough it out and get infections on my leg when I cut my leg and get a fucking disgusting infection and get typhoid and syphilis and fucking die because I couldn't afford to go to the hospital than live in Toronto. I'm sorry. I would rather die of typhoid in America than live in Toronto and be cured. I'm sorry. Have you been to Toronto? Toronto is a fucking shithole. And I'm not saying it's a shithole because of the immigrants. It was a shithole before it was overrun with immigrants. Okay? What time are we at, Connor? I'm sorry. I'm all over the place.
We're 50 minutes in, Sean.
50? All right. We got to get to the news. Sometimes, guys, that was the news. That was the most important story. So let's do the State of the Union because we can't avoid that. I mean, we got to do that. So one of my favorite events happened. One of my favorite things happened, which is the State of the Union. And while Connor pulls it up, one of the funniest things about the State of the Union is that it's the most exercise any of these people get all year. The State of the Union is a calisthenics class. The State of the Union is a calisthenics class for all of the 70 and 80-year-old people that control our lives. You know, it's a very unique exercise class, but that's all it is. The State of the Union is an exercise class. It's a 2.5-hour exercise class where Trump goes, Somalia, and everyone stands up. Woo! You know, we really need, like, if I had more money, I would do this. We really need, can someone edit, like, this State of the Union, except there's an applause counter? How? I want to know this. I have a question. I have a question about the State of the Union. I have a question. How much of my taxpayer dollars were wasted on all of these people standing up and clapping every 12 fucking seconds after Trump calls Somalia a shithole country? How much of my money was wasted? Can we save the applause for the end? Somalia, my favorite country. Give it up for the Olympics and the hockey team. Woo. Fuck you. Literally fuck you. Literally fuck everyone. Before we even watch any of the hilarious moments, the State of the Union, I can give you the State of the Union. It's not good. Hey, all you need to know about the state of our union is to watch the State of the Union. And you will see that the state of our union is bad. There are some things going on in our union that make the state of it not great. Not great. Not great. I would even argue it's less than great. I would say that there's a lot of things that are drastically bad, that are almost critically bad, and the clapping doesn't help. The clapping, it really is so tone deaf, and it makes me so fucking angry. When I see the people stand up and clap in this elegant room with their leather chairs, I'm on a leather chair. It makes it really hard to criticize people when I was born fine, when I was born like into a family with a decent amount of wealth. I'm like up here going, you fucking rich fucks in your leather chairs. I'm like in a leather chair. You rich out of touch fucks in your easing it back and having a lot of fun in your leather chairs. But I'm different. I am different. Okay. Because I turned down that life to tell the truth. Okay. That's why I'm dangerous. I'm by the way, guys, I'm getting dangerous. I feel myself getting slightly funnier and less cringe. I feel myself settling into my voice, and I have no allegiance to anyone. I have no allegiance and I have no loyalty to anyone except Connor behind the keys there and my mom and dad.
It sounds like you're about to do the no allegiance, pledge allegiance.
I pledge no allegiance to any flag. I pledge allegiance to the fags. Oh, that was bad. We are in Brooklyn. I can say that. I'm an ally. I pledge it. So there were a few moments in the State of the Union that we really do have to talk about. And the one that just made me want to claw my eyes out of my skull was this moment regarding insider trading. And I believe it's this first timestamp here. And the level of self-awareness that these people have at the State of the Union, the level of self-awareness they have is like at the bottom of the ocean. The level it's the Earth's crust. It's in the Earth's core. That is the amount of self-awareness that these fucking people have. Is they don't care. Either they don't have self-awareness, number one, which means they're stupid and they should not be governing. Or number two, they understand the irony and the irony is not lost on them and they're doing it anyway, which makes them hypocrites, which makes them even worse than stupid. And that means they should also not be governing. But let's watch this moment from the State of the Union where Trump talks about what he's going to do to curb insider trading.
Worker, we will match your contribution with up to $1,000 each year as we ensure that all Americans can profit from a rising stock market. Let's also ensure that members of Congress cannot corruptly profit from using insider information.
Watch this closely. Everyone stands up for that. Everyone, not just the Republicans. Republicans and Democrats, they all, Elizabeth Warren is standing up for that. Pause it. And every one of you fucks insider trade. You're insider trading in the room. Trump goes, and we're going to make it so that insider trading is not possible. Congressional people in Congress cannot profit from insider trading. And then it cuts to the audience. And then every senator's on TD Ameritrade. And then Trump goes, insider trading. And they go, oh, fuck. Yeah. Woo. He goes, to make it impossible for congressional representatives to insider trade and plunder our... sorry. Oh. It's like, guys. J.D. Vance, Mitch McConnell, all of these motherfuckers, insider trade.
I got an idea. You know this deficit that we have?
Yes.
This country? If you get caught for inside, it's one thing to ban it after you've done it. We're like, all right, we're all already rich, so
Right.
who cares? But let's go back for the last like couple decades, and if you looks like you're insider trading, that just goes towards the deficit. We just take it out.
I'm voting for you. See, that's a great idea. That would be a practical idea. And that's why it would never be spoken on the floor of Congress. I mean, the audacity for any of those politicians to stand up and clap as if they give two fucks about insider trading. They don't even know what insider trading is. To them, here's how corrupt it is. To them, insider trading is just trading. To them, insider trading, they've been doing it, and it's so natural to them that they think that like that's what trading is for everyone. They think that like insider trading is just like, oh well, yeah, that's how you make money. And they don't know that the rest of the country, when we buy stocks, we have no fucking idea what's going to happen with the company. We are not privy to DOD contracts that are going to be awarded. But they are so fucking corrupt, and they are so blissfully unaware, and it's just so natural to them that they think, oh, I mean, everyone trades. I trade stocks. What's the big deal? Am I on the committee that decides who gets money? Yeah. Do I vote to control who gets money and I can invest in stocks in that industry? Yeah. That's just trading, though. I thought that's what everyone does. Wait, I thought that's what everyone does. So everyone, Republicans have, by the way, so it was only the Republicans were clapping for like the entire State of the Union address. But when Trump starts to talk about how he wants to get rid of insider trading, everyone stands up. Everyone stands up, and everyone in there fucking insider trades. And this is an issue that is so, what's the word? Bipartisan. It's so bipartisan. Everyone in the whole country, they're tired of the corruption, and they're tired of seeing these people literally just get away with it and not care and just continue to do it as if it's totally normal. And seeing these people stand up and clap, it really, really makes my blood boil. It really makes my blood boil. And you know what else I don't like about the State of the Union? Whenever they do a State of the Union, they always have these like heartwarming stories. Remember the last State of the Union where that kid became a cop? They made that kid a cop. I mean, it's all theater. This is all theater, and everyone in that room. I mean, I hate to sound like a broken record here. Oh yeah, so the men's Olympic team was there. The men's Olympic hockey team was there. Ain't that a fun photo? Yeah, woo! I hope all of you guys get CTE. Fuck you. I hope you all get CTE. They probably already do have CTE. That's why they're all happy. CTE makes you blissfully ignorant. I hope all these guys, so they were all honored. And I believe there was this like fiasco where Trump invited them to the State of the Union. And then Trump was like, well, I got to bring the women too, right? Probably I'll get impeached if I don't bring the women. And the women didn't show up, which I respect. The women didn't show up. And what's funny about that? Connor and I were talking about this, but what's funny about that is so Trump made this statement where he's like, I got to bring the women out to the State of the Union too for the hockey medals. And Trump said it begrudgingly. And I thought that was just odd because he loves flying women around against their will. He should have just done that. I mean, this is like a perfect opportunity for Trump to traffic women. That's like his MO. And by the way, Speaking of Epstein and the trafficking, it's like everyone. So we have all these things that are going on with the Epstein files, and I love that everyone in Congress just drops it all and goes to the State of the Union and claps and dissents accordingly, as if everything is fine. This is how it works. Everything is fine. This is how it works. The president is a rapist, a child rapist, and we all just go to a room every year. No, you don't. How does the American government work? Well, basically every year we all get in a room. We elect people, good people. And every year those people go to a room and they listen to our president, who is usually a child rapist. And then that child rapist president will talk about how Somalia is a shithole. And then we all clap for 2.5 hours. It's actually a great workout. I'm surprised these people can even stand up and clap for 2.5 hours. You know what I mean? They're like in their 80s. Can we cut to an image of the actual audience just anywhere in the video? Because I want to see, I want you guys to see how old all these people are that run everything. The last 10 years has made me such an ageist. I'm such a fucking ageist. I am a full-chested ageist. After seeing the State of the Union, if I wasn't already, I am an ageist till I die. All right?
But a few weeks.
There's about to be an applause moment, so I'm just letting it run till we have it. Have it there. Come on now.
So he's talking about
I can pull
a reduction of much more actually than $3,500.
I like his voice. I like hearing.
Catherine, we are all praying for you, and you're going to be a great mom.
One moment with young people.
Hey, MAGA is bright and it's youthful. We need to remember that. Actually, I'm glad you brought this moment. It was hard to hear a little bit, but so this is a moment where. So he honors people in the state of like last time he had that kid. He made that kid a cop. And this time it's like all of these theatrics and bullshit. It's theatrics and bullshit, and all these people are there, and it's like, oh, I got to meet the president. Shut the fuck up.
I'm still trying to find this. There's a lot of close-ups of people.
I know the cameraman did a crazy job. I would be falling asleep.
Yeah, it's way too late. Like my grandparents, lovely people, very healthy. They take care of themselves. They go to bed at a reasonable hour.
I know. It's 2 hours long. Who wants to hear this guy talk for 2 hours uninterrupted? I do. You can pause it. So can we actually go to that other time? So if you're wondering, is there hope? Maybe you're on the left. You're wondering if there's hope. Don't worry, because the Democrats, which we all love, I love the Democrats on this show. I am a Democrat. Imagine living in 2026 and calling yourself a card-carrying Democrat or Republican and still believing that there's any hope. But this is the Democrats' rebuttal. They had their own State of the Union, and granted, it's not as cheery. It's not as chummy. So let's watch a little bit of this.
He's enriching himself, his family, his friends. The scale of the corruption is unprecedented. There's the cover-up of the Epstein files, the crypto scams, cozying up to foreign princes for airplanes and billionaires for ballrooms, putting his name and face on buildings all over our nation's capital. This is not what our founders envisioned, not by a long shot.
It's a wrap. Pause it right there. I mean, this is not good. I gotta say, I don't like Trump, but I gotta say, his State of the Union was cooler. His State of the Union, it was more bombastic. I gotta say it was more theatrical. It had more, excuse me, it had more energy. And if this is the best we got, if this is the best the Democrats have as a rebuttal State of the Union, I think we're in a little bit of trouble. Listen to just the amount of people clapping. This is like an old home. This is like this is like an old folks home.
Again, is the president working for you?
No.
We all
Go back a second so you can hear this clap without going too far.
This is a fucking rap. This is a rap. I'm sorry. They won. It's game over. This feels like actually, before you play it, you know what this feels like? The Democrat rebuttal State of the Union. It feels like when you are on the schoolyard and everyone's playing a game, and then you don't want to play that game, and so you try to go and make your own game, and only like 4 people follow you, and then you're playing some shitty ass game. You're playing some shitty like it's when everyone's playing tag. Right now what the government feels like, this State of the Union, it feels like everyone's playing tag and everyone's having a blast playing tag, and some of the people that play tag are child rapists. And, this Democrat rebuttal State of the Union, it feels like on the schoolyard when you're like, I don't want to play tag, I want to play hide and seek. Everyone raise your hand if you want to go play hide and seek with me. And then you get like 4 people. And you're like, all right, let's go play hide and seek. And then you go play hide and seek, and everyone playing hide and seek is like, hey man, like, I'm going to go play tag again. I know they have child rapists over there, but like, this sucks. That's what this feels like. That's what the Democrat rebuttal State of the Union feels like. You got 12 people there. Also, that's not even all the Democrats. That's like half the Democrats. Where are the other? They would sleep. I'm telling you. This happened probably right after Trump's State of the Union, and half of the Democrats that we elected to represent us, they're like, look, I want to go to your thing, but like, I'm tired. I've been standing up and sitting down and clapping for 2 hours. I'm really tired. It's like only the young Democrats went to this. This is like anti-prom. Did you guys ever go to anti-prom? I went to anti-prom and it sucked. The Democrats State of the Union, it was like anti-prom and everyone's wearing like black mascara, and they're like, everyone has divorced parents. Everyone at this has divorced parents, and they're like, fuck you and fuck prom. I don't need a fucking date. Fuck you. This is all the theater kids that are like trying their darndest to keep the dream alive and failing, which sucks.
This is out of left field, but everyone's wearing a slightly different shade of blue. It's like, it's a sad look. The whole set, there's nothing cheery in the photo.
No, they're not winning in any hearts and minds with this.
If you put some flowers on the stage, it's like the beginning of spring or something. Put something on there that shows signs of life.
It's a funeral. This is a funeral. This is a funeral for the Democratic Party, as it rightfully should be, because we clearly are not doing anything right. And not by we, I don't mean me. I'm not a Democrat. Freudian slip. But let's play this a little bit more. It feels like a funeral for the Democrats.
I think I reversed it for a second, so we're going to see some more, but I'll hit play here.
Ballrooms, putting his name and face on buildings all over our nation's capital. This is not what our founders envisioned, not by a long shot.
I'm sorry, can you pause me again? I'm sorry to go and derail so much this episode. But she said, also, oh my God, wow. Sorry, I'm all over the place. That clap was, the more I listen to the clap, the more miserable the clap sounds. That is not what our founders envisioned, not by a long shot.
It's the interns in the room.
It is. It's the young people. They're snorting Adderall in the holy bathroom or the White House, whatever. I wanted to go back to a moment where we don't have to, but I just going back to the moment. Remember what she said? She said, "This is not what our founders represented, not by a long shot." I'm telling you guys, every politician out there, You need to stop invoking the founders. Stop invoking the founders of the country. I will piss on the founders of America. I will piss on them. I piss on their name. I shit on their name. I poop on them on their name. And if that upsets you, let me just back up. Don't click away. I will know if you click away. My best friend is Peter Thiel. And I surveil, I know everything. I can control everything. This is not what our founding fathers represented for Okay. I don't need to go into all the things the founding fathers believed. Don't make me go into all the things the founding fathers believed. Don't make me do that. Stop invoking the founding fathers as if it were these guys that would have loved Wu-Tang Clan. The founding fathers would not have liked Wu-Tang Clan and Biggie Smalls. They would not have liked women to own property. Don't make me list things. Do you really, it's like anytime someone invokes the founding fathers, I'm like, don't make me list things that the founding fathers believed. Keep their names out of your fucking mouth. Did they write a document that was the blueprint for our society today? Yes, they did. Was that actually a good thing? I don't know at this point. I'm even questioning their good things, let alone the bad things they believed. One of the good things, of course, being that women should stay at home. Guys, come on. I think we're doing we're a comedy show here. Also, men should stay at home. Everyone should stay at home. You know what this bitch needs who's doing the Democrat anti-prom? She needs Patty. Every politician, they need a headset. They need Patty to be like, hey, bitch, like, this is not going good. Why don't you mention the founding fathers again? Okay. The founding fathers. Also, that's what teleprompters are. Teleprompters are Patty. Hey, why don't you mention that Somalia is a shithole? Somalia. Every politician, they need an AI assistant so that they can say the right thing. Zoran Mamdani is a politician that actually resonated with people in a way that most politicians couldn't dream of. And so it is possible to energize people. You have to energize people. You got to energize your boy out of my hopelessness and despair. I'm at a fucking Airbnb and there's no central heating. And I had to piss in a bottle yesterday because someone was in the shower for 3 hours. You think I want to vote? I was at an Airbnb and someone else in the Airbnb was in the shower for 3 hours. I don't know what he was doing in there, but I had to piss in an Evian water bottle. And then I had to put that water bottle in a bag and throw it outside because I didn't have any other bathroom to access. So why don't you speak to the people? The people are going through shit like that, pissing in water bottles. Okay? If I'm pissing in a water bottle, you think I care about what the founding fathers wanted for me? No. So, we have to wrap, but thank you so much. I feel like this was a fun one. Thank you if you're still listening. Thank you for being a listener. I love you very deeply, and I appreciate you greatly for being a listener. Quick plugs at the end. seanreillycomedy.com. For all my tour dates, I'm going to be in Columbus in March 12th. It's going to be a blast. I'd love to see you there. I do stand-up comedy. I think I'm pretty good at it. Patreon.com/Sean Show. We do a bonus episode every week. You can get 4 bonus episodes every week for $5 a month. That's a pretty good deal. We are building that out. We're making them longer. Right now, they're at about a half hour. So on the Patreon, we're going to continue our discussions. And what are we doing on the Patreon? I might do a song parody.
We got Sam Altman.
AI. I do a lot of AI autistic. If you're an autistic guy, okay, you will like the Patreon. Please sign up for the Patreon. Other things, follow the show Spotify, like the show on YouTube, subscribe on YouTube, give me a comment on YouTube. It really helps with the numbers and engagement. And let me know if you like Patty or if you don't. That would be tell me in the comments what you think. And above all, I love you. Have a great week out there. Stay optimistic. There's a lot of things that are going on that are bad. Get out there and touch some grass. And we'll see you on Little St. James. Goodbye.